Welcome to HotScene Media, a place where stories meet truth and history is told through the voices that shaped it. So sit back, open your mind, and let's uncover the story behind Charlie Kirk. In the crowded landscape of American politics, some voices rise not through age or power, but through persistence and timing. Charlie Kirk is one of those voices, a young activist who turned personal conviction into a national conversation. To understand his story is to understand how a single idea, repeated with discipline and clarity, can ripple through an entire generation. Born in 1993 in the suburbs of Chicago, Charlie Kirk grew up in a middle-class home, far from the political elite. From an early age, he showed a fascination with how societies work, not just through theory, but through action. He believed success in America was earned, not given, and that persistence could reshape opportunity. That mindset became the foundation of everything he would build. While his peers focused on exams and college applications, Kirk focused on purpose. He began writing, organizing, and speaking about civic engagement and individual responsibility. At 18, he launched Turning Point USA, a student movement with a simple, ambitious goal: to inspire young Americans to defend free markets, limited government, and the principles of liberty. What began as a local project expanded rapidly into one of the most recognizable youth movements in the country. Kirk toured campuses, hosted events, and used social media to turn complex ideas into short, shareable moments. He knew that in a world of short attention spans, messages had to be personal, emotional, and immediate. His events often felt more like gatherings of a common purpose than traditional political rallies. Turning Point USA built chapters, trained speakers, and created national conferences. Its branding and campaigns stood out from conventional political communication, and Kirk's method, Energy Plus Message, proved effective. Supporters saw in him empowerment and clarity. Critics warned his approach deepened division. Either way, his presence reshaped conversations on campuses and online. Kirk's role evolved from organizer to strategist and commentator. Through podcasts, media appearances, and books, he refined his message and expanded his reach. He argued the real battle for the country's future happens in classrooms and online platforms, not just in legislatures. By meeting young people where they were, he mobilized a generation in new ways. Controversy followed influence. Observers questioned his tactics, his allies, and the spectacle of modern activism. Yet even those who disagreed acknowledged his skill at communication and his ability to galvanize attention. He turned headlines into momentum, and momentum into membership. Charlie Kirk's story is about more than political wins or losses. It's about the transformation of activism in the digital era. How authenticity, discipline, and a clear message can amplify one voice into many. A smartphone, a narrative, and relentless outreach proved a formidable combination. Today, his organization reaches millions, shaping debate and recruiting new leaders. Whether you agree or disagree with his views, his impact on youth engagement is undeniable. He made participation feel urgent and personal, changing expectations about how movements grow. What defines influence in a world where anyone can speak to millions? Is it the content of the message or the conviction behind it? For Charlie Kirk, influence was never about control. It was about conviction, standing firm, even when unpopular. Love him or criticize him, his journey stands as a defining feature of modern America. The rise of voices that refuse easy categories. Charlie Kirk's story is not just about one man. It's about a generation he inspired and the conversations he started. And in an age where every voice competes to be heard, his remains one that shaped, challenged, and redefined what leadership can be. If this story gave you something to think about, a new perspective, a question, or a spark of curiosity, consider giving this video a like. It really helps more people discover stories like this one. And if you'd like more deep dives into the voices that shaped our world, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. There's much more coming. Thank you for watching. Stay curious and stay aware.